Good afternoon, everybody. I'm getting late on this. I didn't put on my scent of the day until the afternoon. I specifically didn't do that because didn't know what to expect. Some of you know I go to meetings more than a few days a week, and in those meetings, I'm in a room with a lot of people in a small area, and I wasn't sure what I was wearing today, how that would be perceived or how it would affect others. And the one I'm wearing today is Cairo IV by Harmony fragrances, or Harmony perfumes, I think it is. And a guy named Trill Noel, that's his brand. And Trill Noel, he's on YouTube, I think, and you could find this on someplace on YouTube. He's also on Instagram, and Harmony is spelled with an X. And from what I understand, that X is a Mongolian. It sounds like H in Mongolian. That's my 2 cents did something on that. But I think of it as H also, just thinking like Mexico. So I don't know where the XH comes from, but you would get harmony out of it, even though it's an X. So that's how you would, from what I understand, that's how you pronounce it. When I got this, I actually got this yesterday. I ordered it last week because he was on a live last week with Brian from My 2 Cents. He was on with Mike from I Smell Fragrances, I guess, and then On Average Joe. But I had seen Trill mentioned in first time I saw him mentioned was with Mr. Cologne 76 and Pam Jordan, and they were talking about his house. And I think Pam Jordan has a long YouTube, with Trill. So anyway, that's it. I got him yesterday, and when it happened to be that Trill was on another live that for another friend of mine, Stacks Reviews, and that was on Instagram. So I got to talk to him a little bit last night, and he mentioned that this was his wife's. This was the one that his wife would say would be the favorite. So that's the one I went with. And in his card, in his card he says "Mint for Life" in there, and I didn't know what that meant until I started looking back at all of his fragrances, and a lot of them have peppermint. And I wanted something without mint. I was like, well, if I'm going to try the first one, I want it to be something without mint. And so I looked at the two Cairos that were in that pack that I got, the Generation 2 sample pack, and neither one of them listed mint. And then I sprayed it on and I got mint. And I'm like, well, I got mint for life. And I'm like, but it doesn't say mint. All the rest, the ones I looked at said mint, peppermint, specifically peppermint. And this, I think I was fooled. I was fooled by seeing that mint for life, and I'm fooled by something that's in here. I don't think what I'm smelling is mint. I think what I'm smelling is cinnamon. I started to think about it, and I'm like, sometimes Dentine, the chewing gum, can taste like mint. Sometimes a Red Hot with cinnamon can be like minty, and I think that's what I'm picking up as mint, with all the other fragrances. And boy, does he have a lot of notes in this. He calls it a Gourmand Middle Eastern, and it's like a fruit truck and candy thing fell into a spice rack. That's basically the only way. And I've actually. I was in the Air Force, and I've been stationed and deployed in the Middle East, and I've been to one of my few share of countries there that have bazaars. And so I've been in bazaars where they sell lots of spices, and I've been in bazaars where they sell lots of fruits and vegetables, and even candies. So maybe that's what he's trying to capture here, that bazaar smell, a bazaar like, Middle Eastern bazaar. And I think he does a good job. And he was right. Miss Fritz, she didn't think it was too strong. I only initially sprayed right here, and she didn't think it was too strong. So then I sprayed here, and then right now I just sprayed here. So, and I don't, I'm not getting it real strong. I do get what I perceive as mint, but I think it's more like the frankincense and the incenses that are in this, and saffron and all that. And that cinnamon, the spiciness along with those Gourmands. You can pick up the sweetness of Gourmands. And he has stuff like caramel in here and vanilla and raspberries and Egyptian berries. And, you know, you'd have to go onto his site. It's harmony.net with an X. So it's xharmony.net. And on there you can list all of the kitchen load of notes he has in there. And this, you know, I can't pick out individual notes in this. What I will say is it does smell really good. Yeah, I did. That's why I did put it on 3 times now instead of just leaving that one. And Mrs. Fritz gave it an 8, and I give it an 8. And I don't think this would have strangled out anybody, even in that small meeting room. I think I would have got compliments actually. So yeah, it was my mistake. So when I wear Cairo II, which looks really similar, I probably will put that on before my meeting. Yeah, and I don't understand that either. He says you go on a journey with these. I don't know where Cairo is and where Cairo III is, because there's just Cairo II and Cairo IV listed. He has 16 fragrances listed. I got the pack with the Generation 2, which had 5 of his latest. You know, he has them numbered down there in one part where you get 16, all 16 in them. I got the one with the last 5, and then he threw in Odin Sleep, which was the first one he made. And I knew that one was mini because that's the one My Two Cents does. And he specifically talked about mininess. And I don't have too many mini fragrances. In fact, just recently this week, I wore Wonderland by Happyland. And that was mini, and that caught me off guard being mini. And but I liked it. So, you know, this is really good. That I'm probably going to like this. I'm probably going to like this guy's brand. Because like I say, it does have a lot of peppermint in a lot of the other ones. And even in this, the cinnamon sort of brings out a mini type smell to me. And it's really good with all the other stuff that's in there. So that's my scent of the day. It's Cairo IV. And, you know, I don't know if I'll be wearing these every day. I don't think I'll do them every day because I have some other samples that, you know, I bought, like I said, from Happyland and Gallagher. And I just don't want to always do, you know, these niche brands. I want to go back to some of my other ones too. But yeah, I'm glad I got this. And I'm actually waiting on, when I bought this sample pack, the one I ordered, the bottle I ordered something called Aqua di Familia. And I think that's a different take for him too. From what I understand last night, I didn't know what the name implied, but he got that idea from people he calls his family that have been following him for a while on this and helping him on his journey, and what they wanted out of a fragrance. And that's more of a citrus one, more like an Acqua di Parma type Italian citrus or whatever, I think. But he really does, you know, if you look on his website, he really does a lot of notes. So on that citrus, he explained that it's going to be citrus top, middle, and bottom. So I'm really looking forward to that too. But I'm actually looking forward to all these samples I got. I think I'm starting to like mint and cinnamon, you know, or cinnamon. I'm starting to like that as a fragrance. So, so anyway, glad I got it. And with that, please pray for peace. And please be kind. I need to work on that. Kindness is something I need to work on. And, you know, we all could work on that. So with that, have a nice day, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.